I think they're ready.
From the dawn of time, there has always been a Joey. The name has a strong history with many important figures. Many of you know our name from the show Joey, starring Joey Tribbiani and his various white friends. Well, what if I told you his name wasn't Joey at all? It was Matthew LeBlanc.
Ew.
Gross. We don't take any posers here. In this panel, we only talk about real Joeys. So we're going to talk about some great men who shared our proud name. Number one is, of course, the raw dog and king himself, Joey Chestnut. Yeah!
Let's go!
Eat that food! Anyway, he's the number one competitive eater by Major League Eating, even beating out Dale Gribble. Not only does this man hold the record for most funnel cakes eaten in 10 minutes, 5.9 pounds.
Whoa.
Taco Bell beef soft tacos, 53 in 10 minutes. In deep fried asparagus, how much do you think?
200.
In 10 minutes, how much do you think? In weight?
110 pounds.
12.8. What the fuck? That's a lot of asparagus. What is wrong with this man? But more importantly, he placed 8th in the 30th season of The Amazing Race. Now on to one of the most important figures in theology. That's right, we're going to talk about Joey's Christ. This Joey has some cool songs, and he can turn water into grape juice. His rat even died for our sins. So make sure to thank our Tata before you go to bed every night. Stand up! Our rat, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Top percentage.
That was beautiful.
I can't believe none of you stood.
Show some respect.
Enough of these heretics. I think we need to bring in a real prophet. That's right, the cheeseburger cook himself, Joey Buffett. My mom likes his music, and she took us to Margaritaville and Hoenn one time. I was going to eat there. I was going to eat for free because it was Tuesday and I'm a kid. But then when my Rattata came out, they went, "Oh, the health inspector won't like this." So we went to the Rainforest Cafe instead, and we said it was an animatronic. But there's an even more important Joey than even Joey Buffett. And that is, of course, Joey Chan. He kicks ass, he takes names, he collects talismans. That's just Chinese for badges. And he taught me to look both ways before crossing the street. I hope my dad will teach me how to do a roundhouse kick just like Joey can after he's back from the milk and cigarettes and abandonment store.
Yeah. Since the dawn of time itself, there has always been a Joey. Scientists know them by their official name, Homo Youngstericus. However, to most, they are simply Joey. These Joeys were the first and only ones to domesticate primal rats. Although some claim this shows the Homo Youngstericus' resourcefulness and creativity, others speculate they were just trying to get rid of their uneaten vegetables. These Joeys also proved to be very creative, as historians have attributed many cave paintings to Homo Youngstericus. Wars were fought between Homo Youngsturicuses and their ferocious rats. Many a human met a grisly death getting caught up in the middle of these conflicts. Time passed, humans changed, societies rose and fell. But one thing stayed the same.
Joey! 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 Joey!
Top percentage into the Joeyverse!
So fucking
Hi, I'm Joey. This is my panel. Bye.
That was beautiful, Joey.
Thank you.
But they need to know who we are. We're Youngster Joey, and this is our stats. And this is my house. Welcome to my crib. The first thing you notice when you enter my room is my world record. I'm very proud of this one. As you can see, I have it 3 times. I also have comfiest shorts, most block numbers, cleanest room, most collect calls, and my personal favorite, best panel.
Once you've been in my room, though, I think it's time to show you my yard. That's right, Route 30, where I live and breathe. Every morning, my routine starts with a fierce workout. I run up and down all the hills dozens of times while blasting my favorite workout song. Not Eye of the Tiger. This isn't Philadelphia. No, Banana Phone by Raffi. Yeah! And next we go into my patch of tall grass. I always make sure to check for velociraptors before going in. You know, safety first. I keep my legs out by wearing shorts so I can feel the vibrations in the blades in case danger approaches. And then once I know it's safe, I settle into my spy shack and wait for unsuspecting trainers to walk by. And then I get bored. And then I do this. Hi, yo, it's me, Youngster Joey. I know you think you beat me in a battle last time, but you definitely didn't. But because my Rattata won and you used like 3 Pokemon, that's way too many, so you suck. Bye. They cheated.
Hi, I'm Youngster Joey, and I'm hiding in the grass, and people like touching grass, but I don't know what that means. Goodbye!
Hi, it's me, Youngster Joey. I'm really bored. Could you please come visit and say hi? You can pet my Rattata. It'd be pretty cool. You can even feed him asparagus. Bye.
Exactly.
So anyway, I mean, the rest of the people blocked us.
Yeah, they're weak. They didn't want to challenge us to a Pokemon battle.
Or feed Rattata asparagus. I have so much asparagus in my bag. Mom thinks I love it. Anyway, after that, I think I'm just going to hang out and wait. He's here. That guy. I've always admired him from afar. His fashion sense. The tips he gives trainers. His ability to stand in place forever. I just want to go out with him. And I know what you're thinking, is Joey canonically gay? And according to Google, I think so.
Unfortunately, that's not the only guy on Route 30, as there's Youngster Mikey. He sucks and he hates me. Why? I don't know. Was it because I called his Rattata suboptimal? Was it because I said his hat wasn't blue enough? Was it because I kicked him off the Minky bars and he had to get stitches? Either case, I don't like him and he doesn't like me. I mean, look at him. Stupid hat, stupid shirt, stupid shoes. I mean, who dresses like him? Pathetic.
I mean, you know what they say, not all rats are created equal. When you look at my rat and you look at Mikey's, you know that statement is not true. See, normally, if you go one-on-one with another rat, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But my rat is a genetic freak and not normal, so you got a 25% chance at best to beat mine. See, Mikey, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you on Route 30. And you send out the Pidgey. No, you can't do that. Pokemon battles are 1v1, no items, Rattata only affairs. Just because your dad bought you a second Pokeball for Christmas doesn't mean you can use it. That's not okay.
That's cheating.
I make sure he knows. I miss my dad. He hasn't even taught me how to ride the bike yet.
Yeah.
And he won't return my Pokemon battle calls.
Unfortunately, I have to deal with an old man who's not my dad. I call him Berry Man, and he lives on Route 30. And with his speed stat like that, I know he can't catch me. So, if there's anything, we get even. There's nothing he can do about it. He talks about the fights in his backyard lowering property value and making it harder to sell his house. But he's the one who chose to live on Route 30. He's put up this sign saying, for Sale, and I don't know what that means. But I certainly know what open house means. When I show up to the house, I'm sure to be very respectful to his things and keep roughhousing to an absolute minimum. I even helped him declutter his house. I took these weird purple ribbons in his closet and flushed them down the toilet. He said they were important, but they weren't even league-approved badges.
Why even have those?
Exactly.
It's so weird.
After I was done hanging out at Barryman's house, it was just a little messier than how I found it. Thankfully, I managed to cover it up. I don't think he'll notice a thing. Unlike the front of his house, which I TP'd with Bugcatcher Don. He took forever to clean that up. Unlike me with my room, which as you can see, is spotless.
Wait, no, we cleaned our room.
Yeah.
What? No. Oh, I bet I know what happened. Mom, you let Mikey in thinking he was me again, and then he went inside and he messed the whole room up, and then he just like left to play outside, and you went, yeah, go have a good time, yeah. And you gave him lunch, and it was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with potato chips, but I didn't get to eat it because you gave it to Mikey because you thought. And then he made my room dirty,
and then he wet my bed.
then he stole my homework again that I totally did. Okay, so after we clean our room again and do our homework again, and not wet our bed again, we get to have a sleepover. And we have a sleepover with our best friend, Bugcatcher Don!
Bugcatcher Don is my best friend. Sure, he may not have the highest stats, but he's a good guy. And by that, I mean he does everything I say. We've spent countless hours searching for bugs, exploring abandoned malls, and trying to figure out what drugs are.
And then but during the sleepover, we can only have the best snacks, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get Mountain Dew.
My favorite.
Which one's your favorite, Joey?
I like the green and the purple one.
Yeah. The voltage gives me the energy to run around and trash Barryman's house.
Exactly.
And then I like the Doritos. Oh. And then we even get Oreos.
I love Oreos.
Oh my god, I love Oreos. I'm trying to poison this child. This is disgusting. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna fix Joey's snack bar because this is absolutely filthy. Mountain Dew, I think we can all agree, is absolutely disgusting, unless you're my boss, in which case you live off of it. So we're gonna swap it out with lime ginger Nixies.
That's bold, but it's for the best.
The ginger's good. The ginger has a real kick. Those things do a lot of work. Next, Doritos, toxic waste. You can eat a good chip. It doesn't have to be like Doritos. You can have a Harvest Cheddar Sun chip or something. I think Joey would like a Harvest Cheddar Sun chip.
Yeah.
Okay, and then of course those Oreos. What the fuck are they thinking? Single stuff? No. Pathetic. This is what you do.
What? No, are you serious? No, that's too much.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the problem with this. I'm going to show you. So, you see, what you're supposed to do is pop on that cookie and that cookie, and double most stuff. Or if you're me, pop up every fucking cookie. And you just have one sandwich for a whole sleep.
Yeah.
Is he?
And that is actually too much stuff.
Am I? No, that's disgusting.
That is how you're supposed to have Oreos. I don't know. Your parents obviously didn't love you. Just
That's
like
why I'm
Joey's
here.
dad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's so much stuff. I'm so excited.
Look at that Oreo.
It's so much. I can't wait to eat all of them. Is it there one giant Oreo with all that stuff?
Yeah, and after that, we got takeout pizza. I mean, pizza is tough. Bugcatcher Don, what does he like?
He likes Donimos.
Ew, what's wrong with him?
There's only one correct pizza here, and that is, of course,
Chuck E. Cheese's.
That rat knows how to make a pizza.
And once we finish our pizza, bug catcher Don suggests we do something a little taboo.
Playboy?
No,
Summon Satan?
no. Something even worse. Don wants to play Beyblades.
No!
Don said he got them off of Birdkeeper Abe's older brother. Even though my mom said not to mess with that stuff, I knew I needed to do it. I needed to be cool for Don. So we pulled out the Beyblades and we let it rip. Oh no, we're Beyblade!
We're Beyblade!
We're Beyblade all across the multiverse! Every time I've tried to use the Beyblade the past week, I have not been able to get it right, so I didn't bother bringing it.
And now that we've had our adventures in the multiverse, that's where we met.
Yeah, Joey!
Yeah, Joey!
Yeah, Joey!
Yeah! And we're going to talk about our misadventure.
No, our great adventures.
Our great adventures through the Joeyverse. My first destination was this weird green route where this upstart approaches me and brags about his shorts. Naturally, I knew these shorts had to be essential for me if I were to continue my interdimensional travel. The path of action was obvious. I did the natural thing and took the shorts, and I got them! And they're mine!
Yeah, Joey! Joey! Do not take those shorts.
I've worn those the past 3 days.
Also, we do not want to have to buy a new pair of shorts every time we do this panel. That is an unrealistic expectation. We already Amtrak'd out to Seattle from California. That's enough cost. You think this is a business? Yeah, I could fold this into my trivia company.
We made like what, collectively $20 doing this.
I've done panels for 8 years. I've been paid one time.
Oh.
Yeah, it was at a mall.
Is that SakuraCon?
No, SakuraCon's a fake. No, it's FanCon in San Jose, just in a mall. This is really off topic.
Sack on these nuts.
Joey, if Mom hears you talk like that, she's gonna ground you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Anyway, I was taken back to the signing of the Declaration of Independence. I met with the Beyblade himself, John Hancock, and I gave some suggestions for them to add the founding document. My first suggestion was for America's founding document to include the right of every red-blooded American to be able to make as many free phone calls as they desired. They didn't know what phones were, though, so they just took my unlimited speaking concept in a different direction, and then they stopped doing that. My second suggestion was to give everyone the right to keep a set of 6 Pokemon on them at all times, preferably Rattatas. George Washington didn't know what a Pokemon was, though, but they liked the idea of people walking around with instruments of death to reaffirm their manhood. So now they have guns. I mean, I get it. I'm afraid of vegetables too, but I think that's a little ridiculous. What are you going to do, put the asparagus in the barrel?
Ew.
It'll still be there later. Get a rat. And of course, I also recommended an amendment to keep Mikey out of my room. So now the government can't quarter troops in your house. Now, obviously, I had a lot of issues with this. I think that my intention did not come through in the final document, so I did have to pull out a Beyblade, go back in time to the year 2004, and assist Benjamin Franklin Gates in stealing the Declaration of Independence so I could fix that once and for all. What, you think that guy's name is Benji? Nah, he's Ben Joey.
Yeah. I found up in this weird, crazy place called Costco. I had such an adventure. The first thing I noticed were the free samples. I kept getting in line. Eventually, they told me to stop, but I just wouldn't listen. I soon realized this place is everything, even my favorite food, Cheez-Its. I had to stop and call everyone about it and tell them.
This is your one chance.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm in Costco, and I love cheeses, and they're my favorite. Honestly, they sell them for so cheap here. For like, what, 100 poke yen? Okay, alright, let's cheese it. Okay, bye!
They have like 30 Beyblades.
That's a fact.
There's a tournament soon.
Yeah.
I believe that. We were at the con we got paid to do, we were followed by a Beyblade tournament. It was good.
I'm so jealous.
Next, I went to the clothing section. It had dozens and dozens of blue shorts. I didn't even need to steal them from some guy. But don't worry, I did anyways. I got the shorts! These shorts are coming in the wear, and they're mine!
Joey! 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 Joey!
I even visited the food court. I ordered a hot dog, 2 churros, a large soda, and an ice cream sundae.
They don't have churros anymore.
What?
No, they have like these big chocolate chip cookies. They're like 700 calories. They're really good, but they're not churros.
So for like half, they're worth like half the calories of a sandwich.
I'm just saying we should probably update this slide.
At least Joey's doing the right thing by shopping at Costco.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to go get one of those cookies
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Also, I got 10 chicken bakes for my rattata. We all knew Henny would have a catch, as they asked you for a white slip of paper on the way out. I didn't have one, but fortunately I discovered if you run fast enough, you can just leave.
I ended up in the year 1931 aboard the transcontinental flying Pussyfoot. And honestly, I had no idea what was going on. There was a weird mafia syndicate, a cult, some nice bootleggers / explosive experts, but worst of all, there were senators.
Ew.
And then the rail tracer showed up. He slaughtered so many people. And I knew that as Joey, I was the only one who could stand up to him. So me and my rattata, we showed rail tracer who's boss. Next slide. Next slide.
Okay.
Next slide.
Upon arriving in ancient Rome, naturally the first thing I did was visit the vomitorium. There I met my new best friend and soon-to-be Emperor, Julius Caesar. He gave me the complete tour of Rome. Our first stop was the glorious roads, paved beautifully with cobblestone, just like in Minecraft. I wish they made Route 30 roads just like this. It'd be so much fun to ride my bike on.
Do not ride your bike on cobblestone.
I think they can fight. You'll be fine if you're safe.
When I was 5, I was riding my bike on cobblestone. And I lost whatever the footing equivalent is for a bike. I fell and broke my finger. It was great. You know what's really fun to do when you're 5 is break your middle finger, because you're going to walk around like this to everybody. And no one's going to tell you what it means. That is some prime Joey, that is a Joey mannerism.
I taught myself how to do cartwheels on a concrete slope. And I got uninjured.
I was going to say, that explains the amount of brain damage necessary to think that giving panels with me is a good idea.
The rest of the day was great. He took me to the aqueducts and then the Colosseum. And I've never seen anything as spectacular as the Colosseum. We watched Beyblade fights, Pokemon battles, and even a forgotten Olympic event, javelin catching. We even went to a parade to celebrate Joey's accepting the crown of Rome. It was a good parade, but no idea how bug catcher Don got a parade float before I did. Unfortunately, before Joeyus was crowned Emperor of Rome, he was betrayed by his Senate and stabbed to death by his general, Mikey Antony. It was horrific.
Oh no.
Mikey Antony rose to power and ended up becoming Emperor of Rome and ruling with an iron rat. This is when I came to a realization. I had seen that face before. Mikey Antony and Youngster Mikey are none other than the same person. Mikey must have somehow discovered about Beyblades and traveled across universes and was gaining control over all of them. No way he was just some punk kid who I kicked off the Mankey bars. He was a universe-ending threat.
We should have seen it coming. We should have known all along. Look at Mikey. Look at what he's wearing. A Beyblade.
Awakened Mikey, he's no joke. These are some hardcore stats. Like, at this point, we're dealing with Awakened Mikey, Catcher of Worlds. I have to tell my friends.
Okay.
Awakened Mikey is out there. You have to run. Beyblade Plus Universes, go. Okay, this is Youngster Joey. You should battle my rat too, alright? Bye. I'm so good at this. But this makes sense to me. What's Youngster Mikey's evil plan? What evil acts of debauchery does he plan to do? Maybe he wants my Rattata for his biological top percentage superiority. After all, my Rattata is in the top and his is a scrub. Or, so he is like a machine and he wants to extract his top percentage powers and redistribute them to the masses. And that way, if every rat's top percentage, none of them are. And this would make him filthy rich. Or maybe he doesn't want my rat. Maybe he wants my mom. He wants to kidnap my mom and give me his ugly one in return. Ew. My mom cuts the crust off of my peanut butter and potato chip sandwiches because she loves me. I've seen what Youngster Mikey eats on the playground. Clearly, his no good, stealing great-great-grandfather is making his lunches.
It's just a hot dog and bread, man.
Yeah, but
Like, how is that different from a hot dog and a bun? If you go to Australia, that's how they eat their sausages.
that's the most like barely boiled looking hot dog I've ever seen. And untoasted bread. You could do better.
Again, that's what they use bread for in Australia.
Do they have like jelly with it in Australia?
Okay, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, ew.
His plan could also be world domination. And by that, I mean world domination of the entire multiverse. Multiversal world domination. And you may think the multiverse may look something like this, but that's not true at all. As a dimension hopper myself, the multiverse looks nothing like this. It looks more like this. And look, if these are the only dimensions that exist, if Mikey defeats me here, who in these dimensions could stop him? Like, this is all up to me now.
No, it's up to us, Joey.
Yeah, to us.
It's us. And I think that we need to put together a team of other Joeys across the multiverse. That way we can defeat Mikey once and for all. And I think we found 5 great Joeys. Okay, you ready? First, we have Joey Joseph Joestar.
Yeah!
We have Joey Joey Wheel.
Yeah!
Glass Joey Joe. I appreciate how much of a lesson enthusiasm is for him. Francis in Universe.
Wow.
G.I. Joey Joe.
Yeah!
And Joey Madden.
Yeah.
First, the seasoned veteran of the group, Joseph Joey Star. He may be old, but this man has survived several encounters with Dio. Dio.
Yeah, that Dio.
This dude, like Dio, come on, he's got muscles for days and he's a vampire. It's just like the 4th coolest thing there is behind Bigfoot, Cowboys, and Regret.
Yeah.
Dio's so hot, man. Dio's so hot. But Joestar, he's got him.
Yeah.
Better yet, Joestar's stand is Rattata.
Wait, isn't it like hermit purple?
I mean, those are rat tails, right?
Uh-oh, I think they look like vines.
No, they're rat tails, right?
I've been in tall grass. Those look like vines.
Oh no, you're right. Those are purple. But wait. So he could have had any powerful thing to be his stand, and instead of choosing a top percentage rat, he chose vegetables.
I'm not sure.
I don't trust him. No, he's out.
Ew,
Okay.
get him out.
Okay, Joey Wheeler.
Yeah.
He has a deck of warriors that wear purple. Good sign. But what else does he use besides? Does he have any rats in there?
I don't think so. No.
What else does he have? Oh, girls. Those are cooties.
Yeah.
No. We're gonna move on. Joey Wheeler's not the team. Okay, Glass Joe. He was really excited when we told him he got to defeat Mikey because he found out that he was going to be fighting a child instead of a professional boxer. We feel like he can deliver the haymaker. We really need to get the win, and also we are clearly getting desperate. The problem arose when we started training, though. Every time Rattata took a fighting stance, Joe recoiled in horror. Something about rabies. Rattata doesn't have rabies. He just gets frothy sometimes. Once we were able to get Joe down, though, a freak stampede of hundreds of Ford Tauroses came through, and just like a bull in a china shop, they absolutely shattered Joe's glass jaw.
Oh no.
I'm like, what game is he even from? Like, he looks like he's losing there.
Who's he losing to?
I don't know, but they got a big butt.
Is that like, what's their name?
So it says little Mikey. That's another one we have to deal with, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. Okay. So we struck out so far, but I feel good about our next option, G.I. Joe. I honestly don't know which one of these guys is G.I. Joe.
They all look pretty tough.
I think they all look pretty tough. But wait, what do they have there?
Uh-oh.
Are those guns?
I think so.
Mom said you can't play with guns. That's why we're not allowed to keep her at Dave's house. His parents just point all the guns in the house to keep his daughter in there for some reason.
Ew.
It's weird. I don't know. So I guess we're not allowed to hang out with gastrointestinal Joseph. But we got one more.
One more.
We got Joey Madden. We got Joey Matt.
Uh-oh. That's not a Joey.
No, that's a John. That's John.
That's
Joe.
a Johnny.
I don't trust Johnnies. They got too many letters in their name. Here, let me figure this out. Okay. Here we go, and I found a Joey Madden. Real guy, former coach of the Chicago Earth Rings. He could be a great ringer to help organize our team.
Wait.
You want to call him real quick and see if he's in?
Hi, is this Joe Madden? Listen, how much are you willing to help us defeat Youngster Mikey?
We need you to.
We need you to fight a small child. Can you help us fight a small child?
He wants money.
We don't have our allowance. We spent it on Beyblades.
Yeah, gross.
Okay, well it's okay. It's okay. We still got a team. We got Bugcatcher Don.
Yeah.
His cool Caterpie.
Yeah.
His uncool Caterpie.
Yeah.
And a burrito he thinks is a Caterpie. We got me, Youngster Joey, and my top percentage Rattata.
And we have me, Youngster Joey, in my top percentage. I think you got the Rattatas mixed up.
I don't have the Rattatas
You
mixed up.
100%.
No.
Mine's the one wearing the jorts.
But mine's the one with the sculpted abs.
Mine's the one with the pecs. Yours is the one that's the pottery.
No. Yours is the one with the buggy eyes. Remember that one time you squeezed it too hard? I'm taller than you. You're the shorter one, so you get the smaller Rattata.
But I'm shorter, so I get the larger Rattata.
No, that's not how it works.
We can go over this later.
Sure.
So.
Wait. Well, we can sell this now.
Yeah.
Hi, it's me, Youngster Joey. I just want to know which one of us you think has the cool Rattata. Okay, thanks. Bye. Good opinion. They said it was me.
I don't believe you.
They said it was me.
I don't believe you. But don't worry. Here's the game plan to defeat Awakened Mikey. Our plan is to capture him with this weird trap I found spring-loaded on the walkway to Birdkeeper Abe's house. Unfortunately, Rattata ate all the cheese, so we're gonna have to lure him out with eye contact. And actually, he's a bit scary. I'm not sure I want to. I'm not sure I want to do that. And when you lure him out with eye contact, you meet in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea. So here's the new plan. We lure out Youngster Mikey with a Pidgey that I borrowed from Birdkeeper Abe, and then snare him and wait, what happened to the Pidgey?
Oh no.
Pidgey. I guess we have to move on to the last one. So here's the plan one last time. We lure out Youngster Mikey with our favorite pizza and then activate the trapdoor under him, causing him to fall into a pit of Bugcatcher Dawn!
No! Bugcatcher, no! He got punji pitted. What kind of pizza did you use?
I used the best pizza, Chuck E. Cheese.
Don't you know, Mikey doesn't like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. He likes Mountain Mikey's pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
What? You're not Youngster Mikey. I should have known it was you. Your shorts aren't blue enough.
Your shorts are gray.
That's because they're worn. They're so comfortable and easy to wear. Unlike his shirts, he took the tag off of them today. Can you believe it?
Got them from Costco. Those aren't from Costco.
I hate you.
Anyway, now that I've seen, that you can't do shit, it's time to go over, my evil crew, my plan. See, Joey messed up. He had, 5 guys who didn't want to fight? I got 5 guys who are itching for a brawl. First off, we have Mikey Tyson. Sure, he can't beat Jake Paul in a fight anymore, but that's fine. Next, we have the child killer himself, Michael Voorhees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even scarier, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mikey Johnson.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
And then,
Scary.
And then, the most canceled celebrity of all time, Mikey Sarah.
Really scary.
And then the unlicensed Pokemon battler himself, Mikey Vick. To help me run the team, I have none other than Mikey Mouse, who definitely didn't just kind of assemble them, slap an OC do not steal, and copyright it, so I can't use the team for 125 years. But
Oh, that means it's just us.
yeah, it's just us.
1 second, let me take a call.
Hello?
Do you have any advice on taking down Youngster Mikey? It's okay, I don't care what you think. You can fight my rat later. Bye! You're going
Are you
down.
done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So I challenge you to Pokemon battle.
You're on! Go, Rattata!
Go, Rattata!
Rattata, use tackle!
Well, my Rattata throws sand in your Rattata's eyes.
Use tackle again!
It missed. Your accuracy's been lowered.
Yeah, but I used an X accuracy, so my accuracy was higher and it hit.
Yeah, well, my Rattata has battle armor on, so it didn't deal any damage.
Yeah, but before that, my Rattata used tail whip, so your battle armor does nothing.
Yeah, but I had a focus band on, so my Rattata didn't get knocked out.
Yeah, well, your hat's not blue enough.
Oh.
Your Rattata's eating garbage.
Well, fine. I'm doing my last thing. I'm calling Mom. Mom, Youngster Mikey beat me up in a Pokemon battle. Also, he's doing drugs. So, there.
Pidgey, go.
No!
I'm taking his shorts and they are mine!
And now with Joey's shorts, the Costco shorts, the Kanto shorts, the shorts from Julius Caesar when I killed him, Joey Tribbiani's shorts, and my shorts.
Yeah.
I just need to snap. Oh, I just need to snap in. Oh,
You messed up, youngster Mikey. You see, what you failed to consider, Joey Tribbiani isn't a real joke.
no!
I hid the shorts somewhere you'll never find them.
Where?
With my best friend, Bug Catcher Doug. Oh.
So, what did we learn from all of this?
Not to do that again.
But what was it we did?
Not eat vegetables.
No.
Not watch R-rated movies.
No. I think it was to just not play with Beyblades.
Exactly.
Kids, just say no to Beyblades. They're dangerous. Every school should be educating you about this. This is what happens when you play with Beyblades. Every social ill that has befallen us since the dawn of time is from Beyblades. And now, this panel is dedicated to Bugcatcher Don, who lost his life in a senseless Beyblade war.
A moment of silence for our fallen friend who died playing with Beyblades and definitely didn't fall into the punching pit. Moment of silence.
Wait, no, continue. I need to get a picture of this.
Put those Beyblades down, show some fucking respect.
How dare you!
You know what? This panel's over. I hope you're happy. I'd like to take a special thanks for Bugcatcher Don, may his soul rest in peace. Barry Man for not pursuing legal recourse. Yo Mama, the ultimate Joey. And my mom for cutting the crust off my peanut butter and potato chip sandwiches.
You can check out the next panels here, which aren't as good as this panel. The best panel probably presented into the Joeyverse.
Oh, no.
Let's stop the music, buddy.
Yeah, this one's quieter now, let's be real.
I hate that I can't just adjust it. There we go.
Should we field questions?
Yeah, we're gonna go with questions. So if anybody has questions for Joey and
Youngster Mikey over here.
yeah, I guess I'll be Mikey. I'm gonna get those shorts before someone steals them. Stick together. Here's the best part, we had another pair of shorts. Any questions for Joey and or Mikey in our various multidimensional adventures or Beyblade awareness? Yes.
I'd say that's me, Youngster Joey,
It's
number one.
No, it's Joey Chestnut at number one. Yeah, his problem was if he was just willing to run a little bit faster, he would have made it much deeper into the season of Amazing Race.
Well, it's a race. You're supposed to run.
Yeah, and he ate way too much food.
I bet he took the road to even take shortcuts to the top.
Joey,
class.
you aren't even a top 500, Joey.
Oh.
You are behind Matthew LeBlanc.
No.
I hate you. You're not even a Joey.
No, I'm not.
Any
And that's
other
how you know I can
questions?
give a real opinion on it. Yes, Mr. Max. Right, you have had so many opportunities to watch this fucking panel.
I can't believe this.
Like, I saw you coming in and went, yeah, he's fucked. And I was like, oh, it's Bryson Griffin, they'll be fine. And I was wrong. Also, if you ask a question, you can come up and get a badge ribbon. We have badge ribbons now. Yeah, fuck yeah, badge ribbons. If you want a badge ribbon, you have to ask a question.
You gotta ask
Yeah,
a
ask a
question.
fucking question.
There's the microphone over there.
And you're already repping Mashal, which, like, is really questionable. So that's a QAnon anime.
Yeah.
This one's more of a comment. Do you think you could update some of your slides? They're a little wholesomely outdated. I think you could maybe get with the times and add, I don't know, a half track for Joey's lineup.
You are not getting a badge. You're getting forcibly removed from the room. Let me turn this. Yeah, no, Mikey also doesn't look good.
I have a question for Joey.
Yeah.
Do you have any tearaway shorts so that you may give me medical?
Listen, all shorts are tear away if you try hard enough.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
He asked how we ascended to Joey good.
Oh, yeah, we got the best for Tata.
Yeah.
In order to be a Joey, you need to be named Joseph. But you stay as Joseph until you get a top percentage for Tata. And when you meet the top percentage for Tata, the two of you Voltron together. And you become a Joey. No, not Venom style. No, those aren't. Mom won't let us watch those movies.
Yeah, that's scary. I wanted to watch the one with the vampires. He would play.
Yeah, you can have a ribbon. Yeah, as long as you have a top percentage for Tata.
Yeah, you gotta change your name to Joseph first, though.
Yeah, it's Joseph. You become a Joey. You can just like, yeah. Please take business cards. I print 1,500 fucking business cards.
Hi, I have a question for Joey.
Yeah.
Who is your Pokemon god?
It's Rattata.
Exactly.
I don't know. Why would you think it'd be anything besides Rattata?
Not the Helix god?
No, it is Rattata.
We can't go to the same place.
Get out of here. You sacrilegious monster. You can't have a ribbon, though. You can't have a
Yeah,
ribbon.
you can have a ribbon.
It's a lie. You're wrong. You should feel shame, but you can have a ribbon. End of business card.
Okay.
You cannot have my external battery. That is mine.
What are your thoughts on the Alolan Youngster Joey, his Metapod?
I think that's what happens when Youngster Joey and Bugcatcher Dawn get put into a device that fuses you into one person.
Like Bill?
Yeah, it was a Bill situation. Yeah. But, it's happy that I think, actually, I take that back. I think after Bugcatcher Dawn's tragic death, we did have to take in his Caterpie, and we did eventually evolve it.
Well,
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful. We have that Metapod. Pay homage to our fallen.
I hate to say, but Bugcatcher Dawn's death was a canon event. So some Joeys had to, adopt Metapods.
There's literally only note on that slide is it just says Bugcatcher Dawn's death is a canon event, and we do not say it.
Yeah, for me.
So I have a friend named Jordan who shortened his name to Joey. Is he still
No.
Joey?
That's a Jordy.
Yeah, that's a Jordy.
Food.
It's like Tim goes to Timmy. Jimmy goes to Jimothy. Yeah, it's how it goes.
What's your take on Eradicate?
You don't need one. You don't need it. Is there a competitive strategy for Raticates? No. Is there a competitive strategy for Rattatas? Yeah, it's called fear. Fucking evil ass rat. You don't need a Raticate to run a fear strat. We're in the meta, man.
Deep on the ladder.
If you guys had the ability to do all this interdimensional travel, then why isn't Rattata in Gen 5?
Because
Rattata is above Gen 5.
yeah.
Gen 5 isn't both.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That guy gets it.
Yeah. Thank you. I guess the Mashal fans can be fine sometimes. You don't. I had a panel where I had like 8
You get a
minutes on
ribbon, but I'm
Mashal,
not happy.
and no one in the audience had seen it.
It's good stuff.
This was like right after it aired. Room of 50 people, no one had seen Mashal.
You have to wait until after the Bling Bling song comes out.
Huh?
You get that up on the
No, I'm not doing the Mashal bit. TLDR, Mashal is QAnon propaganda. That's what it is. Yeah, it's Harry Potter with muscles, but also there's a child adrenochrome harvesting scheme under the school. Yeah, I don't care. It's Mashal. You don't watch Mashal for the plot. You watch it for the cream puffs.
I prefer Pokemon PB.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I broke character again. Yeah, I mean, your main character from Mashal's got a lot of muscles. He's pretty hot.
He doesn't even have a rat, though.
He doesn't. That's why he's not cool.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No. Good.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So, next panel in this room is Cthulhu for School Board. That is at 1 o'clock. If you want to, yeah, that'll be a time. Cthulhu can't win the presidency, but maybe they can win a school board race. It's going to be a presentation, and then people should ask questions about Cthulhu's policies. Please ask questions about Cthulhu's policies. I do not have an hour for that panel. It's about 30 minutes. So think of things. After that, we have Waluigi time about video games. Waluigi should absolutely be in. It is, of the remaining panels, probably the most similarly unhinged. Anime Survivor is at 8. That's where we take anime characters, put them in a survivor simulator, and see who can outwit, outplay, and outlast. Good job. Please do not spoil the current season. I haven't seen the newest episode yet, nor have I finished this season of Australian Survivor. D&D Media is Sunday 12, where he talks about the 1983 D&D cartoon.
It's worth your time, especially if you haven't seen the show.
Especially if the artist alley's closed.
Oh, yeah.
And then at 3 o'clock is Sonic and Unfortunate History, which is exactly what it says on the tin. Not that. Feel free to stay around. Feel free to leave. Feel free to come up and grab a ribbon if you didn't get one, or a business card, or ask us questions, or whatever else you want to do with your lives. We'll be here. Thank you.